record yet. His first lap is good. He works his way through the middle of turn 3, lets it push up on the exit of 4. At the line, is he going to improve from 11.542? No, he stays even. Second lap, 11.798. We move on now to our second car in Fatheads Eyewear qualifying from Gilbert, Arizona. He drives the number 19 AZ for Reinbold Underwood Motorsports, AME Electrical, and Mesilla Valley Transportation on the side of the spike with a Stanton SR11X. This is Hayden Reinbold.
And maybe Hayden Reinbold can make a run at that track record again, as we mentioned, 11.146. Hayden's worked very, very hard in his game and has started to really make some progress in this National Midget Series.
Reinbold comes across for lap number 1. He goes to the top, 11.388. Closer still, but no cigar as far as the track record is concerned. He works his way out of turn number 4, gets the power down, flies across the start-finish line. He'll improve to 11.217.
11.217. He's made 7 starts. It is not Synergy Drink National career. Well, this guy coming off a career run, this may be a track record run for this gentleman, and he's been a fast qualifier this year.
They call him the quickest chicken. From Waco, Texas, he picked up his first podium with the USAC Energy Drink National Midget Championship last season in Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania, driving for Reinbold Underwood Motorsports. Bush's chicken on the side. Chase Randall looking to keep the momentum rolling.
It's a modified Danny Sullivan.
So the momentum's going to have to wait for lap number 2 here. He gets as much of a head of steam as he can. Lap number 1 is a 17.076. All the pressure is on him right here to nail 3 and 4. He does a much better job that time. Randall across the start-finish line. He improves to 11.406, but that's only good enough for second, Pat.
Yeah, I suspected he was going to make a run at that track record. He's been a fast qualifier at Kokomo, but I'm going to tell you right now, this guy's going to get it done.
Up next, the 19T for Reinbold Underwood Motorsports, AME Electrical, and the Healing Tree on the side of his very, very fast spike, powered by a Stanton SR11X, originally from Minden, Nevada. Your current track record holder, Tanner Thorson, trying to go even quicker this time by.
And Tanner Thorson turns 8:10.881. That is a new track record by a mile.
Let's see if he can go even quicker here on lap number 2. 10.881. It's an 11.006. That was a hammer down lap.
It was a hammer down lap. He was the fast qualifier the first 2 days at Ocala, Florida. And now Tanner Thorson has set the bar high. Can anyone beat it? I think they can.
There's a lot of drivers and a lot of really fast race cars still to go. Now on track, your national championship point leader for Keith Coons with Kerr Baggett, Janie and Motorsports, Mobil 1, TRD, and IWX on the Bullet by Spike with a Speedway Toyota underneath the hood. From Pengrove, California, here comes Michael Buddy Kofoid.
This gentleman has finished in the top 5 in over 1/2 of his non-Synergy Drink National starts. Michael Buddy Kofoid. That's second quick, Tony. 11.006.
He looks really good here, but we've seen some fall off for drivers on that second trip around the racetrack. Lap number 2 is in fact slower for Kofoid, 11.110. Rolling through now into Fatheads Eyewear qualifying, this will be our 6th car to take time, driving the number 50 machine. Rolling out onto the speedway from Doylestown, Pennsylvania. He's got McConnell Services and Rice's Performance Restoration alongside his Bullet with a Fontana underneath the hood. Mark.
And if I am correct, this is his maiden voyage in this number 50 machine. So the quest here, just put a couple laps in the book, get some seat time, and move on to your heat race.
Yeah, it's so cool learning the track right now at Action Track USA. Simply not an easy track to put it. Sokol's first lap, 12.496.
We'll see if Mark can improve on lap number 2 as he heads down towards Warren. Warren shakes the checker flag, and Mark turns to 12.472. 1.2472.
Hey, and that's what life's all about, Pat. Getting better and better.
Small improvements is always good.
All right, this driver coming out now ran second last night. He led for a moment, if only for a moment. He's a 2-time feature winner in 2021 with the USAC Energy Drink National Midgets. He drives the FK Rod End, sponsor number 15, as well as Ironborn Studio on the side of the Bullet by Spike with a Speedway Toyota out of Franklin, Indiana. Indiana, Emerson Axsom coming around.
Well, that was pretty pesky in terms of getting started. He goes right to the high side, does Emerson Axsom.
He's third place coming into tonight in national championship point standings. Emerson Axsom picked up his first feature victory of 2021 back at the Kokomo Midget Grand Prix. Lap number 1 for Axsom, third quick, 11.099.
This kid's pretty unflappable at a young age, and Emerson Axsom hikes the wheels. He comes through turn number 4. Will he go faster? He will. Second quick, 10.984, 10.984. That's second quick for Emerson Axsom.
Next up to qualify, he coming to us all the way from Auckland, New Zealand. He drives the 1NZ, designating him as the former national champion for BSL Racing. He's got Lucas Oil, Green Bay Autos, and S. Slinger Engineering on the side of his Bullet Ice bike, powered by NS Slinger underneath the hood. Hayden Williams comes around to kick off his first of 2 laps.
And Hayden Williams, another driver, has been working very hard to make his way into the starting lineup with this very tough group. Lap number 1 comes down now.
It's an 11.279 for the driver from Auckland, New Zealand. That puts him 5th on the board. He has a career best finish with the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midgets. 10th place. That was back on night number 1 of Indiana Midget Week. He improves on lap number 2. He climbs a position to 4th. 11.198. Good lap there for Hayden Williams.
Absolutely. A very good lap for Hayden Williams.
Next up, his countryman, Travis Buckley, drives for BSL Racing. He's got Buckley Systems Limited, Lucas Oil, and S-Slinger Engineering on his S-Sling powered Bullet by Spike. Struggling to get around to see the green flag here for his Fat Ed Zywer qualifying attempt. Buckley comes to a stop in the middle of turns 3 and 4.
Let's see if he decides to try to turn it around and make a run to keep that momentum up.
Yeah, great point, because they are coming to the green flag the very first time. He will have the green flag. Warren Alston reminding him by displaying that green flag, hey, when you get here, you are firing off. The drivers are allowed to pull a 180, go back around as far as they can, and restart and get that momentum up as fast as they possibly can.
I think we were trying to point that out to him, even with our push situation. So we'll have to get him refired first of all.
Yeah, so Matt McCarty is lined up behind him in that side-by-side. USAC safety are going to refire Buckley here. You got to imagine that once that thing comes to life over in the middle of 3 and 4, he's going to flip it around. He's going to at least work to the start of the back straightaway, if not farther through 1 and 2, to try to get some speed built up here. Nope, he's just going to pin the ears back, and he's just going to go for it right here. That's a Kiwi for you. Buckley gets it wound up coming out of turn number 4. He made his first feature of the 2021 season with the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midgets last night. He finished 22nd. Lap number 1 is an 11.507. That's 7th quick, but you got to imagine this lap's going to be a whole lot better.
So Travis Buckley is going to have to just regroup here and see if he can go further up the order. Does he do so? Quicker, 7th position, however, 11.489. 114.89 for Travis Buckley.
Hey, pretty cool and pretty gutsy of him to not elect to go around and try it again. Up next, this is a new pairing as of Eastern Midget Week. She drives the number 25K for Keith Coons with Kerr Magaginian Motorsports. She's got Toyota and Curb Records on the side of her Bullet by Spike with a Speedway Toyota out of Bixby, Oklahoma. Taylor Reimer, the racing cheerleader, starts lap number 1.
Yeah, she took a bit of a hiatus from her racing career, decided she wanted to get back after it again, and she's giving it her full attention.
Taylor's our 10th car out here in Fat Ed Zywer qualifying. She is 6th quick on lap number 1. That's an 11.217.
What an opportunity for her racing with Keith Kuntz Motorsports. Here comes Taylor on her second lap. Can she move forward? Oh, yes, she can. That is 4th quick for Taylor, 11.127.
And that's fortunate for her because she was actually tied dead even with Hayden Reinbold, both at an 11.217. But she just goes a little bit quicker. That's how you fix that. Next up on track here to qualify, driving the number 25M for Tom Malloy. He's got Trent Shoring, Rodella Specialty Fabrication on the side of his King with an Ed Pink Toyota from Collegeville, Pennsylvania. Alex Bright looks good here on lap number 1. How good does he look? 10th quick and 11.797.
Alex Bright, a very talented open-wheel driver in all forms from Collegeville, Pennsylvania. He's hustling that 25. Let's see what Alex Bright's got on lap number 2. He improves the 7th quick with a time of 11.290. 11.290.
Now it's time for his teammate to come out here, the second of the 225 cars. This has been a full season entry for Tom Malloy and Jerome from Rodella. From Sutter, California, with Trent Shoring and Rodella Specialty Fabrication on his King with an Ed Pink Toyota, Logan Seavey, ready to kick off Fatheads Eyewear qualifying.
3-time Fatheads Eyewear past qualifier in midget competition, and he's been in victory lane with the NOS Energy Drink National Midgets.
CV is our 12th car to take time here. He comes around lap number 1. Good enough for 5th quick. That's an 11.171. You'll remember he was dominant back on night number 2 at Fairbury to end Mid-America Midget Week. He goes way up top on lap number 2. It's going to help him as he goes to 4th and 11.102.
Still, Tanner Thorson set that mark, and right now it has been untouched. And the next to try to do something is Ione, California's Justin Grant.
Yeah, he's the defending Silver Crown Series champion. He's teaming up this year for the first time with the folks at RMS Racing, NOS Energy Drink, EnviroFab, and Response Management Services on his Speedway Toyota-powered Spike chassis. JG, Justin Grant, likes to run up top. Problem is, Pat, the track isn't very wide yet, so he's going to look for as much grip as he can through 3 and 4. Grant's first lap puts him 4th quick. He bumps fellow Californian Logan Seavey down. Grant an 11.047.
Yeah, professional race driver getting most he can out of the service. Let's see if Justin Grant can even go a bit quicker. Oh, you bet he can. 10.885. That's second quick for Justin Grant.
Up next on track, this driver ran second a few nights ago at Tri-State Speedway in Hopstad, Indiana. But don't worry, he got himself a rocking chair in the process for Petrie Motorsports with Gray Auto and FK Rod Ends on his Bullet by Spike with a Speedway Toyota underneath the hood. Coleman, Alabama's KTJ, Kevin Thomas Jr.
And he was the Fatheads Eyewear Fast Qualifier last night at Grandview. Posted another quality finish.
Remember, he's running double duty here tonight with the micro sprints. Lap number 1 is an 11.019. KTJ 5th quick first lap.
And KTJ, let's see if he can go a little bit quicker. Lap number 2 is Tony Mitchell 5th quick. Yep, jumps up 1 spot, 11.006. 11.006, that's 4th quick for car number 5, Kevin Thomas Jr.
Folks, keep your eye right there as these cars exit turn number 4. They are getting braver and braver and closer and closer to that concrete barrier that ends turn number 4 and begins the front straightaway. On track now, driving with ProGlide bearings on the side of his Stealth, powered by a Gertie Chevy from Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. This is car number 11, Eric Heidenreich.
Rich Heidenreich owns it. ProGlide bearings, as Tony mentioned. He's a ARDC Midget veteran. We've seen him from time to time when we come out east.
Heidenreich's first lap is going to come across at an 11.884. That's good enough for 14th.
So, Eric, we'll see what he can do at lap number 2, if he can improve that time. 14th quick on lap number 1. Better time, same position, 11.777 for Eric Heidenreich.
Coming out onto the track now for 2 laps of Fatheads Eyewear qualifying, driving for Brian Buckwalter with Combat Cleaning, Royalton Recycling, and Sunny Hill Trucking on his Elite with a Chevy underneath the hood. From Victor, New York, car number 0, Kevin Woody Jr. coming around to see the green flag. And Kevin Woody Jr. ran 21st last night at Grandview Speedway.
Yeah, good to have Kevin Woody Jr. with us. We mentioned a recent 600 micro winner. Climbs the bank. Nicole with the white flag.
Kevin Woody's first lap, 14th quick, 11.685, so that slots him in right behind the number 7 of Michael Markey and in front of the number 11, Eric Heidenreich. Woody brings as much speed as he can at a turn number 4, and he's going to improve. The 0 car goes quicker, 11.632, 14th quick, and it made some interesting noises as it saw the checkered flag there. Rolling out, this guy had some misfortune that maybe sort of turned into fortune after a push truck made contact with him. He had to visit the work area last night, but he still picked up the evening's Hard Charger Award. Driving the 7X for RMS with EnviroFab, as well as Response Management Services and Angler Machine on his Spike with a Speedway Toyota. T-Mez, Thomas Meseraull, coming around. Thomas's first lap, good enough for 6th quick, 11.061.
He's a 2-time winner in 2021 in National Midget competition. He comes around for the checker flag. Can T-Mez go up quicker? He's quicker, 11.023, but he stays right in the 6th position. 11.0236 for T-Mez, Thomas Meseraull.
Here comes the driver sitting second in national points by 13 markers behind Buddy Kofoid. He is your defending USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Champion. He drives the number 89 for Chad Boat and CB Industries. NOS Energy Drink, PristineAuction.com, and K&C Drywall on his Spike with a Speedway Toyota. From Canton, Illinois, Big Daddy Chris Windom.
And he was the last qualifier last night in Grandview and still came around and went into victory lane.
Windom's first lap in 11.325. And interesting note, when you look at the track record, 11.146 coming into this qualifying session. So far, 6 drivers have cracked that. Windom improves to an 11.129. He will become the 7th driver to break the old track record.
Now he's in the 9th position overall, Chris Windom.
Big thanks to Barry Engstad for the hookup on that stat there. Coming out next, this driver picked up his first feature victory with the USAC Energy Drink National Midgets just a few weeks ago at Meeker, Oklahoma's Red Dirt Raceway. He drives the number 71K for Keith Coons with Curb Agajanian Motorsports. From Locust Grove, Oklahoma, Daum Pursley skirts wide on the exit of that 4th turn. Lap number 1, Pat is 10th quick, 11.155.
Won 3 600cc championships in his very young career. Opportunity with Keith Coons Motorsport. 2nd year with that squad. Daum improves to 7th quick at lap number 2 at 11.043. 11043 is 7th quick.
Well, Daum picked up his first feature win with the USAC Energy Drink National Midgets back at Red Dirt Raceway. This driver stood on the podium for the first time in 2021 with us at that same racetrack, driving the 9M for Bundy Built Motorsports. 5D Speed Shop on his spike with a Bundy Built Honda underneath the hood out of Pocahontas, Illinois. Here comes Zach Daum. White flag's going to wave here for Daum to complete his first of 2 laps. Daum comes across the line, 11.322. That's good enough for 14th quick.
We've also seen him in USAC sprint car competition. He's also been behind the dirt late model a time or 2 in his career.
Boy.
Zach Daum, 10th quick. Pretty good, Tony.
Yeah, great improvement for Daum there, Pat. 11.128. That bumps the 9M up to the 10th position. Very good gain in speed right there. Just a few cars left to go here in Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. On track next, driving the 08 for Dave Mack Motorsports out of Bixby, Oklahoma. Cannon McIntosh ready to kick things off here.
Cannon McIntosh getting a little bit of momentum in the mid part of the year. Last year he had great success running to the Keith Coons Motorsports stable.
McIntosh coming around here to complete lap number 1. He goes 12th quick on his first trip around. That's an 11.143. McIntosh has got 2 podium finishes so far here in 2021.
Yeah, Kokomo and Paragon for those podiums.
Exactly. McIntosh will slow down on lap number 2. It's an 11.223. He'll stay 12th overall.
Well, Tanner Thorson threw that big number out there, and it's got a chance to stick.
This driver picked up the win in last night's Elite's Custom Trailers and Carts, a semi-feature. He drives the number 67K for Keith Coons with Curb Agajanian Motorsports. Toyota and Curb Records on the side of his Bullet by Spike with a Speedway Toyota. From Ashland, Ohio, Rookie of the Year candidate Jonathan Shafer.
Now, Jonathan Shafer looked awfully good in that semi as he takes the white flag on his first of 2 qualifying runs.
It's an 11.345 for Shafer. That puts him 16th of the 22 cars we've seen here in Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. He works out of turn number 4. Shafer able to improve to an 11.306, but Pat Hill stays 16th overall.
16th overall for Jonathan Shafer.
Looks like, by my count, 3 cars left to go here in Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. Next onto the track will be the 5J. He's got Bennett heating on the side of his boss, and it's powered by a Gertie Chevy. He comes to us by way of Akron, New York. Dan Bennett makes his way down the back straightaway through turns 3 and 4 to Nicole Flood's green flag, and his 2-lap effort will begin here.
Yeah, we saw him last night at Grandview, putting the first of his 2 qualifying laps in the book. Dan Bennett, Bennett Heating Boss, Gertie Chevrolet combination.
Bennett's first lap is a 12.288, and it's good enough for 22nd here on the track. Works his way down around the bottom of turns 3 and 4, and we'll see what he can do here on his second lap. He's going to leave it in the 22nd position with a 12.408. On track next, driving the 11C, originally from Christchurch, New Zealand, but residing these days in the beautiful, beautiful state of Colorado. Can you tell I'm from there? He drives for Glenn and Haley Waterland with Waterland Racing on his beast with a Gertie Chevy. This is Glenn Waterland coming around to kick off his attempt. So I want to correct that, Pat. He has relocated these days to Warsaw, Indiana. I thought that was the case. I wasn't positive. Goes to show you shouldn't say.
And unlike you, he's got a valid visa.
Yeah. Goes to show you shouldn't say what you aren't positive about. 12.499 for Glenn Waterland. That's his first lap. It puts him 24th quick. I guess I just wish I was still in Colorado, so I made him still live in Colorado. Lap number 2 is a little bit better, 12.274. That puts him 22nd on the time charts. And here comes our final car to take time in Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. He's picked up a Fatheads Eyewear Quick Time Award already this season.
Yeah, Gas City, I believe, with that.
Yeah, he drives the number 19M for Bundy Built Motorsports. He's got QRC Mark IV and Walker filtration on his spike with a Bundy Built Honda spinning those rear Hoosier tires from Mooresville, North Carolina. Here comes Ethan Mitchell.
And was on the podium at Port City, so this is the racetrack we would think was lacking, although that's going to cost him right there.
Yeah, turn 3 did not help him at all. He's still 22nd quick, 12.017. Mitchell will motor down the back straightaway. You know he's going to hit turn 3 a little bit differently this time.
There you go.
Touch more conservative, keeps it all together, comes across the line, and he will qualify 17th with an 11.394. So that'll do it, folks. Everybody has seen the track here at Fatheads Eyewear qualifying. He came into tonight as your track record holder. He's going to leave tonight as your new single lap track record holder. He beat his own best lap with a time of 10.881. Tonight's Fatheads Eyewear Quick Time Award, and the new track record here at Action Track USA belongs to the 19T of Tanner Thorson. So taking a look at your rundown there, Tanner Thorson goes quickest. Justin Grant is second. Emerson Axsom third. KTJ comes up fourth. Buddy Kofoid fifth. Meseraull, Pursley, Seavey, Reimer, and Daum complete the top 10. Christy Bemis is down trackside as soon as Tanner makes his way around. She will have a word with the driver who broke his own track record. And folks, the banking over there in turns 3 and 4 seems to have helped. Barry Angstad was whittling away behind us that entire qualifying session. 12 drivers broke the old track record here at Action Track USA. Doug Rose and the staff here know what they're doing as far as making a fast and a very racy surface here tonight. Again, Christy Bemit's down trackside. She's waiting on Tanner Thorson to make his way around. Here he comes down the front straightaway. Folks, congratulate him. He is your new track record holder here at the Action Track USA. Tanner Thorson comes down after picking up the Fatheads Eyewear Quick Time Award. You guys can do better than that. Make some noise for the fastest driver here tonight in Kutztown. Christy Bemis, take it away.
Much, Tony. Yeah, Tanner Thorson breaks his own track record tonight. Tanner coming into Action Track USA tonight as the track record holder, and you lowered it by a couple tenths of a second there. How much of that had to do with the newfound banking that this place got?
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, these guys did a hell of a job to get us a great surface, and the track layout the way it is badass for sure. So I'm looking forward to tonight. Thanks, crowd, for coming out. Love always coming out here and see what we can do for you.
Pretty new configuration. Do you think we're going to get a different kind of style of racing out of it tonight?
Yeah, I feel like, you know, even last time we were here, we were kind of just bombing each other and hoping for the best at the end of the corner. But I think so. You know, these guys seem to have some really good equipment and obviously care about what we do here. So, like I said, hope we put a hell of a show on for you guys, and hopefully we're staying down here at the end of the night.
Coming off a couple wins from Mid-America Midget Week and one from Indiana Sprint Week, how does it feel to kind of have that momentum going into this Eastern Midget Week?
It's good, you know. I mean, last night I kind of struggled a little bit, just kind of getting my bearings going and getting back in the midget. It always seems like it takes a race, maybe two, but hopefully it just takes this one race last night, and we can gather back tonight.
Back in the midget, and he's figured it out. That's Tanner Thorson. He lowered his own track record here tonight at Action Track USA. He is your Fatheads Eyewear Fast Time Award winner.
Congratulations, Tanner Thorson. Folks, send him back to the pit area with some support. Make some noise for the driver from Minden, Nevada. That was his 20th career quick time with the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midgets. That ties him for 22nd all-time with Brian Clausen